Hi everyone, I'm Yolanda and welcome to another tutorial. Today I will be teaching you how to make cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms are small flowers like this, very tiny, okay? But you can apply them to a cake and they look beautiful. They are tiny, but they are very powerful. At the end of this video, I will show you how I applied these blossoms, cherry blossoms, to a cake. So to make those tiny flowers, all we need is, of course, fondant. I have here pink fondant. I usually like to make them in two colors, pink and white. You can make them in any color that you like. Alright, so I also have a cup here. So when I'm not using my fondant, I put it underneath the cup, the plastic cup. Okay, we will need edible glue. This is edible glue. This is just water with pieces of fondant. A rolling pin to roll out our fondant. I will use for this these flowers, I will use my cutter plunger, this one here. Okay, this will cut, and then you push it out to mark all the definitions of the flower. Okay, I will be showing you that. You can also use this one here, regular cutter. You could use whatever you have. Okay, also I'm going to need a duster. I have here cornstarch. Okay, but you could use a combination of cornstarch and powdered sugar, or you could use powdered sugar. Personally, I like to use just the cornstarch, but you could use whatever you want. And a brush, and of course a ball tool. This tool has, like, at the end, two balls. One is bigger, the other one is a little bit smaller. Okay, this is just to shape when you cup up the flower and to give it some shape. All right, so let's gather all our material together and let's get started. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is to dust off my surface. Okay, so that way my fondant does not stick to the surface. All right, just roll out a little piece of fondant, just like so. You don't want it too thick and you don't want it too thin either. If you see that your fondant is sticking, then you dust again. Alright, it should not stick at all. That's why you keep moving when you roll out your fondant. Make sure that you move it around like this. Okay, you don't flip it over, but you just move it around like this. Okay, so this is fine. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is just take my cutter and plunger and just cut, wiggle it a little bit to make sure that everything is nice and cut. Push it out, and that's it. Alright, scoop it up. You're going to put it in the middle of your hands like this. Okay, and with your ball tool, you're going to make like a little cup. Okay, that's all. That's it. All right, and now you can pipe a dot here with royal icing, but I don't do that. What I usually do is grab a piece of fondant. Okay, a very tiny piece of fondant. I will show you in a minute. And then I will then make a tiny ball, very, very tiny. Okay, just like this, very tiny. I just don't like piping so much on my fondant. You see that? So I take that, I take my edible glue, okay, the brush, and I just take a little water, just put it right there, okay, and I drop the ball right in the middle, and if I need to fix it, then I do that. All right, let me just bring it up so you could see it. All right, so here it is. Okay, see how beautiful? It's no time consuming at all. It's beautiful. All right, now I'm going to show you how I applied to my cake a whole bunch of this, and I will show you what I use, what molds, because I was using some molds for the cake that I'm going to be showing you. I will give you all the details in a minute. All I did to this cake was cover it with white fondant. Then I tinted some of the fondant pink, cut ribbons and put around with this cutter, okay, and put it around my cakes, my 2 tiers. And also I used this cherry blossom mold by Wilton. This is how I got my branches, see? And I have a couple of birds here. This one, which is right here, and this one, which is right here. Okay, and I just, put the branches wherever I wanted to, and then I glued all my blossoms to the cake, and that's it. Alright, so I hope that you learned something today. Please don't forget to share this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and God bless.